Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming to you with another video. Wanted to talk about dealing with returns when you're flipping items from eBay to Amazon. So over the last 12 months, I've done a little under 400,000 in sales. Profit margins around 25%. And I buy items like books, DVDs, CDs, board games, electronics. I've been even messing with some supplements, health and beauty, all different types of items. I focus mostly on new, but I will sell some used as well. So I'm buying items from eBay. They literally show up to my front steps. I'm in front of my garage right now, and I'll typically bring them into my garage. Right now it's a mess because we have a bunch of books we're getting ready to ship out from a wholesale supplier, and we got my main man Zach back there. He's actually measuring the garage. We're getting ready to do a complete overhaul of this baby. So we're gonna be putting new floor, painting, insulation. We're gonna put like a, what is that thing called? The thing we're gonna put in the wall, that splitter, AC?
Ductless mini split.
Ductless mini split. So that's $4,000 I'll never see again. But it's all good because we're gonna be able to work out of here. And I'm in Connecticut, so the summers get crazy hot and the winters get crazy cold. So let's talk about returns. So, you know, at this moment right now, we're spending around $30,000 a month buying from eBay to flip on Amazon FBA. And I would say, I don't know the exact number off the top of the head, but I would say under 5% of my items, maybe 3 to 4% of my items end up getting returned because maybe, for example, a DVD gets shipped and it's supposed to be new and it's resealed, or maybe it looks counterfeit, or they shipped the wrong item, or it got damaged. I had a guy the other day, I bought a board game that I spent 80 bucks on. I was gonna flip it for 150. He sent this thing on a poly mailer. It got smashed to pieces, and it got to me and it was like completely damaged. And he was like giving me a hard time about it. I'm like, buddy, you sent me a freaking $150 board game in a poly mailer with no protection, a poly bag. Like, use some bubble wrap, use your head a little bit. But again, it's only a couple percent. But what do I do when there's a return? So for anyone who's in my eBay to Amazon masterclass, I go over this. I actually have a spreadsheet that I've developed. It's called the E2A Master Sheet. And everything that my team buys, because I have 2 full-time virtual assistants, it gets added into this master sheet. So we track the item, what we paid, the ROI, the profit, the ASIN. We end up putting the tracking number and everything in there. And when items get shipped to us, what we do is we have a programmed barcode scanner that we scan the barcode of the USPS package into the master sheet. It then pulls up the row, highlights it, copies the ASIN, the buy cost, the list price, so on and so forth. And then we usually put that into go-to-list or to price. But we also have a programmed function where we can hit a button. We have a button that says return. And when we click return, it'll highlight the row red. It'll pull all the data to a return tab. And then my team is instructed to be able to then go open up a message with the seller to initiate a return. We include a picture, so on and so forth. And that's what we do. There's typically one of 3 options, I would say, when dealing with a return from eBay to Amazon. Number 1, they'll just return your money and say, keep the item, which is great because we can keep it and put it on eBay if we want. Number 2 is they're gonna fight you and there's gonna be a case that gets opened up and you're gonna have to go through the battle. And then 3 is you're gonna have to ship the item back to the eBay seller and wait for the refund. In that situation, we have a whole process. Again, I'll talk about this in the masterclass, the mentorship, because it's a bit too much for this video, but that's it. So recently I actually developed a whole system, a SKU system, where all my returns go onto a shelf. You can't really see it, it's back there. I'll show it in a video, where every item goes into like a little cubby and it's skewed like 1 through 50. Because every week we usually have like 30 to 50 returns going on. Sometimes less, but they stack up over the weeks. And excuse me, we got a truck driving by right now, so it might get a little loud. But that's pretty much the process right there. We track everything in a sheet. We scan all our items in, we check them in, we list them all. Any returns get thrown to another tab, and that's the deal. If there's anything that we do wrong, like we damaged the item or we bought an item that maybe it wasn't described properly, but we overlooked like a keyword or something they said, like we'll eat that cost. Our goal is to build long-term relationships with eBay sellers. We're not trying to screw them over. We're not trying to lowball them. We're trying to give them a fair price and obviously create a good long-term relationship, because a lot of times we build deals, relationships with them, and we buy, bulk from them, so on and so forth. So that's the deal. That's the process. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, drop a comment down below. If You can definitely check out my free eBay to Amazon mini course as well. My free 5-day book selling workshop down below in the link. The link down in the description. But yeah, looking forward to redo this garage. Much love to Zach back there, man, getting it in. And I appreciate you guys. See you soon.